Hello, Acadiana. I'm Darla Montgomery. Thanks for joining us tonight. Blue Walrus has the evening off. People who knew the New Iberia teen who was shot and killed outside a Hub City Taco Bell 9 months ago are feeling a sense of relief tonight. Last night, police arrested 2 people in connection with the murder. This after the first suspect who was charged in the murder was released last week. News 10's Renee Allen joins us now live in the studio with the latest.
The news was a shocker. 2 people behind bars tonight. More importantly, the believed to be shooter. 21-year-old Trevante Broussard of Lafayette faces second-degree murder and attempted second degree. The attempt charge is for another person who was shot that evening. Now, he survived physically, but bears the wounds mentally. Tonight, he says it's not about him. It's about a friend who never made it home.
All the other little kids out there, they look to that as Fred is a legend.
Laren Jackson was there that dark evening in the parking lot back in July. Jackson says he was struck twice. One bullet hit behind his knee, the other caught him in the back and came out the side. There is peace, he says, knowing that police may have arrested the person who shot him in Frederick.
I'm just glad that justice got served on that, because that still to the day still hurt me that he not here. We just got to look at pictures and stuff. We got memories that we have instead of him being here with us.
Laren speaks little about himself, a kind of silent tribute to his friend who was killed while he survived. In fact, it's the reminiscing that allows Laren to unleash a smile.
Just being in the park every day playing basketball and stuff and living our life. And he was out here for his college break. And we're just being kids like you know what I'm saying?
But reality eventually returns that Frederick isn't here. Laren says thankfully someone is behind bars for what has happened. Trevante Broussard, the suspected shooter, and then Nicholas Felix charged with principal to second-degree murder.
I'm taking it day by day. It still hurt me that he's not here, but he in a better place now.
The person who was initially arrested and pled guilty to obstruction of justice and received 4 years probation. In the studio, I'm Renee Allen for KLFY Multimedia News.
Thanks, Renee. One male is behind bars. Another is dead following a late-night crash Thursday. It happened just before 11 o'clock last night at the intersection of West Congress and Highway 724. According to police, the driver of an SUV, 29-year-old Gerard Richard, passed a stop sign and crashed into a pickup truck. Richard and 2 other passengers were not well and sustained injuries. They were taken to a local hospital where one of them, 21-year-old Harold Arnold, died. The driver of the truck was not injured. At the time of the crash, authorities say Richard was impaired by alcohol. He was arrested and charged with failure to stop at a stop sign, vehicular homicide, vehicular negligent injury, open alcohol container, and suspended driver's license. A massive search is underway. The U.S. Marshals Violent Offender Task Force has joined the Sheriff's Office in the hunt for a known violent fugitive who fled from his trial. 43-year-old Wade Lose is wanted by the Sheriff's Office after he walked out of his trial on March 25th. Lose is currently facing charges of vehicular homicide, a felon in possession of a firearm, and simple burglary. Lose has a criminal history dating back 25 years, where he's been convicted of crimes in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New Orleans. Lose is considered armed and dangerous. If you have information on his whereabouts, contact the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. The number is on your screen, 319-4086 or 251-6921. In Bayou Vista, 24-year-old Darrell Perry Jr. was arrested for possession of marijuana, steroids, prescription pills, drug paraphernalia, and manufacturing and possessing a bomb. Thursday, detectives with the St. Mary Parish Sheriff's Office Narcotics Division searched Perry's home and located the drugs. State Police Explosive Control Unit was called in to safely retrieve and remove the homemade bomb. Perry remains in jail without bond. The woman who escaped from the Louisiana Correctional Institute for Women on New Year's Day is now back at the St. Gabriel facility. 33-year-old Kiana Barnes, who was captured last week in Los Angeles, was escorted back to Louisiana by correctional officers yesterday. Barnes had been serving a 25-year sentence for manslaughter in the killings of James Shepard and Perry Jennings Jr. The sentencing hearing has been pushed back for a New Iberia businessman who pled guilty to having child pornography. Philip DeMahe was scheduled to appear in court for sentencing on Thursday. According to court documents, DeMahe's attorney filed a motion for a continuance prior to yesterday's court date. DeMahe is now scheduled to be sentenced on May 2nd. He pled guilty to 10 counts of possession of child pornography involving juveniles. He was arrested back in November after state and federal agents discovered a variety of child pornography on his computer. He faces a maximum sentence of up to 10 years in prison. Today, the Supreme Court of Louisiana cleared Iberia Parish District Attorney Phil Haney of all formal charges in taking on a case in his private practice that was in direct conflict with his public post as the DA. The case was of a boating accident that happened in 2007. Well, there's lots of outdoor fun happening this weekend in Acadiana, and of course, we'll tell you all about it coming up. But first, live Doppler 10 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist David Paul will tell us exactly what kind of weather we can expect. David?
Well, some great weather for the weekend, and the timing really couldn't be better. Yesterday, stuck in the 50s. A couple days ago, all that rain coming in, but today, not bad at all. Sunny skies, some clouds east of us, a few clouds back to the west of us, but nothing but sun in Acadiana. Those high, thin clouds coming out through central Texas will move over us overnight. Some high, thin clouds for a period. What a beautiful day. Temperatures now on average around 70, 71, ranging from 69 in Lafayette to 74 in Lake Charles. Enjoy the evening hours. It will cool as that sun goes down. Low to mid 60s by 7 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, dropping into the upper 50s. Pretty good weather all the way through the weekend as we turn gradually warmer. And we're tracking another for next week. Details on that forecast in just a bit. Darla?
All right, thanks, David. We're looking forward to all of the sunny weather. Louisiana State Police have taken on a new honor. They've been named the best dressed state agency in the entire country. The North American Association of Uniform Manufacturers and Distributors has named the department best dressed for the second time. In a statement released by state police, as an agency, it is always nice to receive positive recognition, and we are thankful to the NAUMD for this award. End quote. Louisiana State Police have worn several uniform variations over their 76-year history. Congratulations to the well-dressed officers. Tomorrow is a big day for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Acadiana. It's the annual Running of the Ducks event that helps to raise money for the organization. Today, thousands of ducks were loaded onto trucks and brought over to Reds, where the Great Acadiana Race will take place. The ducks were loaded and transported in Aaron's trucks and by a police escort from the Walmart Distribution Center in Opelousas. We'll tell you how you can witness the race. That's coming up later in this newscast. Well, there's good news for diabetes patients and others suffering from circulatory ailments. Regional Medical Center of Acadiana is weeks away from opening a hyperbaric oxygen program. News 10's Caroline Balchunas met with the director today and has more on the impact it will have.
It looks more like a space vessel than a medical instrument, but the hyperbaric chamber does wonders under pressure. There's a growing demand for the therapy in Acadiana, and Regional Medical Center is now home to 3 chambers.
To get better results. It'll help them as well because their results will be better from doing their surgeries and they'll get better outcomes.
Director of the new facility, Dr. Kyle Daigre, says although it's an old method, doctors continue to learn new ways it can help patients. And it all boils down to life's necessity, oxygen, which helps the body heal from ailments faster.
So the oxygen gets pressurized at double what it is at the atmosphere of Earth. And so you get down to about 2 atmospheres of pressure. At that higher pressure, more oxygen dissolves within the bloodstream.
The dive, as doctors, takes about 2 hours, and patients benefit most from 20 to 30 sessions. It can help speed up recovery for chronic leg or foot wounds, gangrene, radiation tissue damage, skin grafts, crush injuries, and a host of bacterial infections. And with a high rate of diabetes in Acadiana, Daigre says it's a good treatment for the disease, especially those facing limb loss.
It's going to come in here and bring a new dimension to the wound care that we have at this facility and the abilities of this facility and salvage and preserve function of limbs.
In just a few weeks, the facility will open its doors to patients and give the hospital another life-saving tool. Caroline Balchunas, KLFY Multimedia News.
Good weather for the weekend as we see temperatures rise tomorrow into the mid-70s. We'll have details on that forecast up next.
Hi,